About 3 months ago, my lovely wife and I moved into this wonderful house. In this portion of the room, we've envisioned it to be more of a retro corner, which was her awesome idea. So we've been working on these little pieces to bring it together. We ended up getting this little piece from Goodwill, and she also has the great idea of putting legs on it to raise it up, which I think will be very helpful, especially in trying to be eye level. Today, I'm just going to be talking about this corner and the Nook, some of the VHSs that we have, the Nintendo 64 games. This is a work in progress, so the end of this video isn't going to display something that is fully done, especially when it comes to maybe cord management or idealistically the type of TV that we have. I got this from my parents' house. My dad has like 3 or 4 of these TVs. It is both a VHS system on the inside as well as a regular CRT TV. Idealistically, we would want one that is maximum like 19 or 20 inches, so nothing too big body, but this is incredible for what it is right now, especially for some of the retro gaming in 4:3. Wanted to show an angle from up top on some of these. I'll show the rest, but a lot of these I actually got recently I got a stack for $5 and it was just really awesome timing. On the inside here, it has a space in the middle, as you could see, but just different sides. We could put shelving up, so ultimately we'll see what we kind of end up doing, but for now I'm just gonna start putting them away. Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, aka my favorite Lion King. I love it so much because of the colors. I love the story, the next generation, and it's just always resonated with me. Out of all the Lion Kings, not counting the live action, that's my favorite. And then 1, and then 1.5. Big Fat Liar, Frankie Muniz, he's been back in the spotlight as they have the newest season of Malcolm in the Middle. And Amanda Bynes, which, you know, is going through some different troubling times, but hopefully all is well with her. The Rescuers. I've never seen The Rescuers, so I'm hoping to watch that here soon and see how that impacts me and for future kids and everything, if that's a movie that we want to introduce them to. We have Toy Story 1 and my favorite, Toy Story 2. There is a theme here. It seems that there are a lot of movies that the sequel ends up being my favorite. The big exception to that is Shrek 2. I don't like Shrek 2. I'm not a fan of Prince Charming at all. Prince of Egypt, absolute classic. To this day, when I read through Exodus, I have scenes of Prince of Egypt that go through my head. Pocahontas, also another classic that I haven't watched in years, so who knows how I'll feel about it now. Gordy, this is one I've not seen. Shout out to the pigs though. We just had some bacon for lunch. Pocahontas 2. Again, we have a lot of sequels. For those who didn't know, Disney had mad sequels back in the day. So for the movies that you're familiar with, like Aladdin, guess what? There's Return to Jafar. Is this number 3? This might be 2. And then there's a third one, and there's an animated series that people just didn't know about. Another copy of Prince of Egypt. So one of those is the one I grew up with, and then one of the copies is whatever I got recently. Secret of NIMH 2. That was also in my stack. Never seen it. Glad to have it. We have an awesome ARC by us that has great deals on VHS tapes, so I ended up getting A Beautiful Mind and Road to Perdition. I'm going to stack those otherwise because I do want to start off with more of the kids' ones. Land Before Time. If we're talking just low stimulation impact, even the beginning of the movie in the credits, it takes like five minutes just for slow bubbles rising and text happening, and one of my nieces ended up loving it, which is really awesome. Tailspin, this is just a couple episodes. This was my older sister's favorite. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, my wife picked that up when we were at the thrift store a couple months ago. These were mine that I ran into the ground watching all the time. SpongeBob Sponge Buddies. This had the episode when SpongeBob and Squidward and Patrick were in the treehouse and they flung into the middle of the forest. You can kind of see it on the back there. There's also the one with Wormy, aka the butterfly. Elmo and Grouchland. I have a lot of moments of Elmo and Grouchland that are cemented in my mind. At a vintage store, Michael Jackson. That is one of my favorite artists of all time. So much impact. Superman. I just love how this one looks. I love classic Superman and seeing old school animation. Money Pit. I got this in Texas or I got it Fort Collins. I got this in Fort Collins. I was like, I know I was somewhere else. I've not seen it. So some of these movies I want to watch for the first time on VHS. Rocketeer. I also knew that would be a good one. This specific Popeyes cartoon also cemented in my memory because there's a scene where Bluto, is that the bigger guy? Bluto has this hamburger stand if there's something you need to know about me, I love food in animation. And there's this scene where they're like facing off selling hamburgers, and those hamburgers look so dang good. I loved them. Static Shock, aka Static. Man, this is so special to me, and it's special to me that I still have this one. I'm almost done reading through the whole Static run, and it's been a blast. Like, if you just kind of want to imagine a Spider-Man counterpart in personality, but more inner city and having really serious issues, yeah, Static is for you. Power Rangers, High Five. This is one that I'll also remember with all the putties and them fighting the putties. X-Men Evolution, my favorite iteration of X-Men. TMNT 2. This is not my favorite Ninja Turtles. My favorite Ninja Turtles is the first one, but TMNT 2 was great. Even 3 was okay, to be honest. My wife thrifted this the other day. I always say the other day, even if it was a couple months ago. She thrifted this about 3 months ago, Miss Congeniality. I haven't seen that in years. If I had seen it, it was probably because of my older sister. Mario Brothers, Two Plumbers and a Baby. This is both live action and cartoon. For those who didn't know that Mario even had a cartoon. Mighty Mouse, we're again just talking about some classic animation. There's also like a Mary Had a Little Lamb cartoon here, and okay, let's see. Oh, the Magpies, the talking magpies. There might have been something with food in there too, but I remember satisfying sounds happening on this tape. So this is a quintessential one for me to have. X-Men, this is also one that grew up with straight from the parents' crib. And lastly on these, Dragon Ball Mystical Adventure. I should have a couple more Dragon Ball VHS tapes. I'm not sure where those are at, but this is really fun. I like whenever Dragon Ball would have their mainline story, but just have it in a movie form. Matrix Reloaded, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. One of my nephews loves the Grinch. I'm not sure if he still loves the Grinch, but he definitely did last year. And then an all-time classic, The Princess Bride. When it comes to VHS tapes and physical media, like why we really enjoy it. We love physical media, and we love this idea of having these tapes because, especially when it comes to nieces and nephews and future kids, there's something I think really profound about your choice and about having to rewind it yourself and to hold it and to feel it and just to have that whole experience. And then for us to say we have whatever 25 you could choose from, it's a pretty good range. And then depending on your age, maybe even less numbers. It just makes me excited because this is how we both grew up. And so to introduce that to the young ones just really makes my heart warm. Let's show the view close first. Like I said, just so you have a better idea. So it looks neat and it looks nice. It would look a lot better if there was good organization there up top and down below, especially with the paper versus the plastic there. Actually, drink break. Do you want one? Okay, so my wife and I were not drinking this year, and I've been doing a lot of different NA drinks. And today I picked up a pack of non-alcoholic White Claw, which, you know, would it have been more conducive to just get LaCroix or whatever? I don't know. We will see, and we're going to do a nice live taste test right now. All right, you're going to have to let the people know. This is lime yuzu.
With 3 hydrating electrolytes. Not bad.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't taste just like sparkling water.
Really?
Yeah, no, it actually like tastes kind of seltzer-like.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you give it out of 10?
8.
Wow, an 8. Okay, let me see. I have a peach orange blossom. I said bloodshot upstairs. Okay, let's see. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's always the aftertaste. So, oh, interesting. It isn't even like aspartame. It's cane sugar. Mm-hmm. Okay, everybody. It actually does not taste like just plain sparkling water. Can I try this one? Yeah. So that one, yeah. So that one I give, the one I just had, the peach one, I'll give, honestly, yeah, maybe an 8. You like that one? Let's see. Okay, so again, it's not aspartame, but it just has that aftertaste, which maybe they're trying to mimic. Oh, like citric acid, and maybe they're trying to mimic the alcohol. I'm not sure. I'm not. Yeah, obviously, they're trying to mimic, but I'm just trying to understand why the aftertaste is like that. So the yuzu one, you can taste it more, but I don't know if that's because it's yuzu or if it's the thing. 7.5. I really like the lime. I think the aftertaste throws me off. Yeah, and then
but 8. I do think it's like they're trying to mimic the taste of alcohol, which. Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get back to the Nintendo 64. Okay. That ad break was brought to you by Andre and Abby because White Claw's not sponsoring this, and we used our money to get that. Nintendo. Cheers to Nintendo 64. So I have an older brother and older sister, and they also had an NES. which we can't find for the life of us. But this is what the three of us played growing up. So I do want to talk about, I actually just got Ocarina of Time yesterday. We had some of these games growing up, and I made the classic thing that a lot of people who collect do, where it's like you're a little bit younger and you might trade games or sell ones to get other ones. And that served me well, but I'm starting to reclaim different ones. And I started playing Ocarina of Time again. The Nintendo 64, we've been actually playing it since we've been married, because it's like my brother, sister, and I, like, we all have the shared custody, but I got the HDMI connector for it and we're able to play it on the TV, but we always have to change it to 4:3 aspect ratio. So it's going to be awesome not having to do that, because we also just have the AV video cables. So I'm going to do that after and show you what it looks like. Let's just talk about some of these games, okay? Because Nintendo 64 is ridiculous to this day. Like, one of my favorites, and I don't think that's bias talking, but I'll allow some bias, and then I'll also allow just, it's incredible. Mario Kart 64, I'm always going to play as Luigi or play as Yoshi. Great times, pretty infuriating at times when it just comes to just the unlucky nature, because they did not care in the 90s. It's either win and get good or lose. It is what it is. Mario Tennis. I grew up playing this at my friend Sean's house, and it's so awesome for us actually having it, because this is one that you can just introduce to people. It's just 2 buttons, A, B, to swing a different way and play. So easy to pick up and so much fun to play. Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, an amazing collectathon. Banjo-Kazooie, great dialogue, pretty funny, challenging platformer. I love it. Mario Party 3, played the heck out of that. Star Fox 64, the amount of dialogue that I remember, and as soon as I could play as Falco in Melee, I was so excited about it, because I always thought Falco, even though he was a little bit grumpy, that he was really cool. WCW, NWO Revenge. We got classic Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and then Raven and Goldberg on the cover. NFL Quarterback Club, played that a lot with my friend Jay growing up. Pokemon Stadium. This is actually not a real, this isn't an original cartridge. This is a repro cart. Smash Remix. My friend Jude got this for me for my birthday maybe 2 years ago, and it just takes the mechanics of the classic Smash Brothers, and then it ends up bringing in new characters and just better controls. It's really fun. Nagano Winter Olympics, one of the worst games that Abby and I have ever played. we got that blind. It's so confusing. It is just so confusing. She's laughing in the back because she remembers how terrible that game is. NHL Breakaway 98, aka the year I was born. I always liked that game. I never really knew how to play as a kid, and I was always confused by the term icing, because that sounded delicious to me, but I think that was a penalty or something of some sort. Mickey's Speedway USA. Nothing can really top Mario Kart 64. I mean, I know a lot of people like Diddy Kong Racing as well, but it's just, it just can't. It can't. It's fun playing something different, but then I always find myself wanting to go back to the classic mechanics of Mario Kart. Super Smash Brothers. Again, we have this original cartridge from brother and sister and I growing up, and the stickers I'm never going to take off, or the writing on top, just because it's just it's classic. It's what I know. Like, I know this is our cartridge because it says property of Blockbuster. If someone came and took this cart and put in another Super Smash Bros. 1, I would know what it is. Beetle Adventure Racing, low-key underrated and like a fun racing game. Knockout Kings 2000, I've never been too good at that game. Muhammad Ali on the front. Pokemon Snap, Abby and I got pretty far on that, and we haven't played in a while, but I think we can do like the second half of the racetrack. Wave Race, cemented in my mind for some of the bigger characters and just the music. Yeah. So good. 1080, snowboarding, this guy on the front. Also the music. The music was kicking on so many of these. I don't know who produced it. I wouldn't be surprised if Timbaland or someone worked on some of this stuff, because it was ridiculous. 1080 just has a lot of character. For those who like SSX, Tricky, or any of the SSX games, it's cool to go back here and just see a different game and just play some snowboarding. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I have vivid memories of one of my other friends. I forget his name, but he had this game, and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. It's pretty difficult, interesting, but it looks cool, especially since I really liked Star Wars growing up, and I just never had it for myself. Our favorite game store here in Aurora, called Game Force, they had a copy of it probably 2 years ago, and I was like, I need to cop it. So we copped it. So this awesome case here, we are outgrowing it, but that is going to go up there, which is great. Done anything to replace the joysticks in these controllers, so they are loosey-goosey. But they're classic. I wanna replace it because I just want to keep the original ones. When we were growing up, my brother would always play with this controller. This is the one that I currently always play with. And then I would, being the youngest brother, would always have one of these ones. And then my sister would have the Atomic Grape. I love the Atomic Grape, or I just love any Atomic Nintendo device, especially the Game Boy Color. Like we had one in this color as well. I'm even like shining it through the sun and just looking through. Just such a clever idea. If we can just keep the ones that we have and just replace these, then I think that would be the best thing. This guy right here is going to go in the back of the Nintendo 64. And then these guys, just the video, is gonna go right here. So this is pretty low. I mentioned this in the beginning of the video. It's pretty low. So getting something to stand up would be awesome, or getting just a little chair there. But for now, I am satisfied. Oh my gosh. Hopefully there isn't glare. Let's see. You want to come see it, Abby?
That looks so good. Golly. Yeah, it's so like crisp. Man, that looks good. Yeah, we're gonna have fun with this little station.
Wow. No, like I'm genuinely shook on how good it looks. The classic static I had to feel. It's so clear. Like I hope that's coming out in camera. Even if it isn't, I mean, go get one. All right, let's set up some of these action figures and then I'll send you all on your way. Like I said, we're in progress on some things. So still have boxes down there. But in some of those boxes are my action figures, which some of them will go up here above the fire mantle place. We have some good special things on this fire mantle place. White Claw Zero, again, we are not sponsored, but I'm drinking it, so it's gonna be there for now. Got this off Facebook Marketplace. Right now, Abby is on book 6, which is pretty crazy. Like, she's been cooking through these. And then 818, that is the day that we got married. We're just doing a lot of freaking endorsements for some of these products, which is kind of funny. Abby got this from Denver Fan Expo, right? This peach from Fan Expo. And I mean, I think it looks really good. Got Jesus. He needs a little bit more melanin on him, but that is the chief and cornerstone of our life. So we got him up there repping. And yeah, just a couple different random things. She got this coffee grinder. Not sure if it will stay up here, but I'm going to kind of focus on this area and maybe talk a little bit about why I love action figures so much. I feel like action figures to me just continue to represent a lot of the different joys that I had as a kid. And sitting there in my room, just solo dolo, having these wrestling tournaments or having these big all out wars. Like my friend Jay and I, we would oftentimes also just have Star Wars and just build out these worlds. So as an adult, I really like the concept of continuing that really cool ritual of setting them up. I'm not a fan of just leaving them in the box. No shade to people who do enjoy that, but for me, I need to take them out of their plastic prison. But I do just want to give some shout outs because I'm not going to show you me setting them up, but I'm just going to show you the boxes that I have. Joy Toy TMNT, my sister got this for me 2 years ago, Christmas. Got all 4 Ninja Turtles, and I forget the scale these are in. Is it like 1/16? Whatever scale they're in, it's like yonder big. The thing that's really important to me in action figures is keeping things to scale, because if you're setting things up, I personally want to pose them against people who are the same scale or just about the same scale, just because it feels even more satisfying in that way. Oh, see, I told you. And by you I mean me. Got Bardock, father of Goku. That is a great one, and we could see Kid Vegeta in there as well on a scene. Got the World Tournament, first time that Goten and Trunks go Super Saiyan in front of everybody, and big shock there. Really cool things. Great Saiyaman and the opening ceremony, and we got PyCon on the front there. And then I have some DVD sets because I love Dragon Ball movies. Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but you get what I'm saying. And then the classic movie boxes has, Path to Power, Mystical Adventure, and Sleeping Princess in Devil's Castle. My favorite being Path to Power. We got, I almost said Captain Jack. We got Captain Hook. We got Peter Pan. I've had those forever. I've had those since I was a kid. I used to even bend the hook like all the way. Like, I mean, the hook it needs a repaint job, but the fact that it's not broken off shows you at least some of the quality of some of those toys back then. Shout out to my workplace for giving me a Lego Me, and my wife graciously built that. So Lego Me is back. And then we got Master Roshi, or Jackie Chun, as I should say. And I have a lot of SH Figuarts. Also, I forget Homeboy's name from Yu Yu Hakusho. But we got him as well as Yusuke Urameshi. This is at work. This is Super Saiyan Trunks in his Saiyan armor in my favorite hairstyle of his. SH Figure Arts Trunks. You can kind of tell by the old SH Figure Arts packaging. We got Goku. A Saiyan, is it? Yeah, Saiyan raised on Earth Goku. The gi is such a perfect orange. I love how it looks. This is also at work. I have a Mafex Scarlet Spider. It actually has a cloth hood. Monkey D. Luffy, the Romance Dawn. This is the Target special one. So like I said, for scale, the TMNT, those ones are kind of on their own because they're even smaller than Peter Pan there. But they could still exist. But then when it comes to all these SH Figure Arts, I have, 3 of these characters who are so well known. Monkey D. Luffy, Son Goku, Yusuke Urameshi. Like these 3 can ball out next to each other and they can exist next to each other, which I really love. So I always love hearing about everyone else's collections, whether that is in comics or books or video games, action figures, and just whatever you end up doing with it. So if you have time, let me know. Let me know about your collection. Let me know what you like collecting. Let me know your thoughts on how to maybe configure more things on this fireplace Nook. If not, more power to you. Thank you so much for watching. Catch y'all next time. All right, the video actually wasn't ending there. I ended up finding a Zenith TV on Facebook Marketplace that looks really fire. And so I'm driving out to Lakewood right now. Hopefully everything works out. I'm bringing my Nintendo 64. Our Nintendo 64 to hook up and see if it works okay. Look at this lighting, man. It looks shiny. Seeing if all works out fine, and if so, coming home with a 20-inch Zenith TV. Oh my gosh, I gotta just pull over real quick. This TV is sick, boy. This TV is sick. This TV is sick. Sneak peek. Come on, sneak peek.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
that's really nice. Ooh, that sound.
I'm gonna prop you up here. It is 2 days later, and I just wanted to showcase the TV a little bit. Hand for scale, hand for scale. Something incredible is, look at the fashion of it, right? Just, it services not just as a TV, but also just furniture. Look at the finish, like kind of plasticky. Oh, but what's that under this? Boom. You kidding me? Color changing. I'll show you all this in a second. And then just pretty clear, easy way to go. Let's turn it on. Oof. Wow. Okay, we're gonna end off the video with Hyrule Field. This is just classic, and it's in the light, which can kind of show you. So you can see Link's tunic there. This first one is picture. You see how bright that gets? But I don't want the picture to be turned up too bright because I don't want to burn out anything. The blacks, I could turn where there aren't blacks or where there are some blacks. Of course, we do want some of the blacks. Shout out blacks. And then we got the tint. The green tint's crazy because it just looks insane. So we want it, and that's also crazy. It's like Instagram 2015 for those who were around in that time. I kind of look at these icons just from memory of feeling like what actually works out okay. And then, so that's probably too much. Let's see, I'll have to adjust it after the video, but it's just insane that a TV allowed you to do this. And then what's the last one? Sharpness. Here we go. Boy. Hey. Last thing you want to say about the TV?
It's sick.
Yeah, we're super thankful. So for those who are building something retro and doing your thing, know that it doesn't have to be done in a day. We're building it up over time, and we are just very excited. Thank you for watching, and go build yourself a retro Nook.